I know you better than you know you at this point. I know everything about you, and you know that.
Why would I know? How?
I know everything about you.
Do you?
I truly do.
That sounds like you're in love with me.
Tensions boiled over when Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero clashed face to face, resulting in a ferocious physical fight. The feud just turned personal. Since Chris Eubank's explosive victory against Conor Benn, the focus has now moved to Ryan's fiery fight with Rolly Romero, and it's drawn the attention of boxers and leading analysts worldwide. This bout is not another fight. It has years of pent-up tension. Their feud goes way back to a mythical sparring session the two had in the early days of their careers, a session which left indelible marks on all who saw it. Now, after all these years of expectation, the ill will is all but boiling over in public.
Like that.
Rolly Romero, for his own part, was his usual jolly self as he expressed gladness that the battle with Ryan Garcia is finally on. Talking in his own plain-spoken terms, Romero stated unequivocally that he's really looking forward to settling the score in a legitimate fight. For him, this is more than another payday. It's a chance years in coming to show what he can do against someone he's had history with. Romero's fire and excitement reveal that he's not simply present for the cameras. He's all engaged and prepared to put on a show when the bell sounds.
3 or 4 years ago, saying you and Ryan would meet at 147 pounds. You kind of predicted this would happen. How do you feel now that it's here?
I mean, I said it was going to be one of the biggest fights in the history of boxing, and definitely in the history of the United States. So, I mean, look at this. I mean, even just looking at the card, like how stacked it is, even with Devin, and I mean, we got 2 four-time world champions inside of on our undercard. So
being able to witness how happy his opponent was, Ryan Garcia never shied away from talking about his extensive experience with Rolly Romero. He had confirmed their previous sparring session had given him a sour taste, and the feeling never quite dissipated. For Garcia, this fight is about more than just another victory on his resume. It's about settling old scores. Years of tension and silent resentment are finally coming to a head, and Garcia made it clear, this is personal. He's stepping into the ring with unfinished business that he's hell-bent on closing out.
Something I felt that was so bad, you know. I felt like it was just like a regular sparring match, you know. He had a couple good moments, but I felt like I sparred pretty good, considering I was really low in weight at the time. But, you know, it did bother me, and it's something I always wanted to, you know, put a stake in. Like, I don't even want that to even be near me. Like, that's why I'm here to fight him and just destroy him, and then nobody got to talk about that no more.
Meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez also weighed in, keeping it real with his opinion on Ryan Garcia's situation. Canelo recommended that Garcia learn from the lessons from his past sparring session against Romero, whether a loss or a wake-up call, and apply them to make himself better for the fight against him. Canelo's words were simple: learn from past errors, grow from them, and enter the fight better. His statement also brought an air of mentorship to the animosity, reminding Garcia that true development arises out of learning and adjusting following every test.
What do you think of Garcia after his loss to Tank? Do you still think he has that potential to be like one of the best in the sport?
What I think he needs to do is take that loss and learn from that loss. He needs to fight soon to give in the eyes of the people who saw him fighting with Tank, right? Because no matter what, he's a big star. He's a big attraction for sure. Young people.
Ryan Garcia issued a strong prophecy leading up to the bout, asserting that this could be among the most lopsided matches in his career. Rolly Romero is drastically sleeping on Garcia's size, power, and general development, Garcia asserts, since their previous confrontations. Garcia noted that whereas Romero may be banking on vintage memories from when they used to spar, he's getting in the ring with a whole new fighter now. With more than ever before strengths in his camp, Garcia believes Romero won't be ready for what awaits.
Baby compared to me. I know I'm a big dude, so you're in for a rude awakening if you think any of that's gonna work, you know? It kind of showed me that your strength ain't really up there anymore when I seen your last 2 fights with Pitbull and the other dude, so you're in for some
Garcia also boosted his confidence by reminding everyone of the significant lifestyle adjustments he's undergone over the last few months. He candidly confessed on Instagram that he previously used recreational drugs, but has since moved past that aspect of his life. Now, with a clear mind and more focus, Garcia says he's healthier than ever at training camp. He is convinced that these adjustments have not only enhanced his physical fitness, but also honed his mental acuity. Further reason for him to think that winning against Rolly Romero is a certainty.
Like recently, but yeah, like when I was first coming up, like that was everywhere and it's all the time, and it wasn't even like something I felt that was so bad, you know.
Rolly Romero continued to play it simple in his strategy, dismissing all the hype regarding mental advantages, mind games, and psychological warfare. For Romero, it's simple. He feels that he already won against Ryan Garcia once in that infamous sparring session, and he's convinced he can repeat the feat when it counts the most. Rather than being engaged in mind tricks or hype, Romero is keeping to his thought that history would repeat itself. For him, it's not a matter of who speaks the best, it's a matter of who hits the hardest.
I mean, Ryan's accomplished a lot of things with his mind being all over the place, so I'm not gonna say mental edge or any of that. All I know is I whooped his ass. That's about it.
Gervonta Davis also joined the discussion, showing surprise at paying compliments to Rolly Romero. Even with his own history, Davis conceded that Romero's punching is no joke by saying that he can hit hard. The praise from a fighter of Davis's level has validity and brings more danger to the impending battle. Though Garcia might have the momentum and swagger, Davis's words are a reminder that Romero's raw strength is an actual danger, one that can alter the tide of the fight with a single blow.
Was it Ryan or was it Rolly? Because they both. I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. They people be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously. I don't know how to say it. Obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin now, so Rolly be getting caught. But Rolly, he can hit, bro. Like he can hit. And he's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like bricks was in his hand. Is that the hardest one?
Ryan Garcia reacted to the admiration of Rolly Romero's punching power in a classy way, dismissing the notion that raw power will determine the fight. Garcia stressed that boxing is not only about who hits the hardest, it's about timing, precision, and getting the right setup shots. He indicated that he's intent on employing his speed, accuracy, and fight IQ to break down Romero methodically. For Garcia, this is not a brawl, it's a chess match, and he feels he's got the upper hand in terms of strategy.
Maybe he does, yeah. He could
Maybe, no, for sure.
Well, even if he does, bro, it's all about, you know, landing that shot that they don't see, you know, setting him up for a shot that they don't see. So
in the exchange, Rolly Romero also seized the moment to mention Ryan Garcia's history of weight issues, inferring that they may have had an impact on his performance against Devin Haney. Romero suggested that Garcia's problems with putting on weight may have affected his training and fight plan, and in doing so, he gave himself an upper hand against Haney that was not so authentic. By mentioning this, Romero indirectly questioned Garcia's preparation and conditioning, suggesting that the weaknesses of Garcia in the past might come into play when they finally face each other in the ring.
About what Ryan went through in the aftermath with the positive tests.
I mean, it was an insignificant amount. That weight did help a lot, though.
Ryan Garcia was professional about it, cutting off the comment with a simple explanation. He simply said that he paid his dues, and that should be enough. Garcia's calm reply mirrored his emphasis on moving forward, not getting bogged down in old problems. By answering Romero's jab with confidence and eloquence, Garcia asserted again that the past was just that, and that the place he is in now, both mentally and physically, is where the real fight would take place, not on old criticism.
At the end of the day, I paid him. Bro, he had a chance to pull out of the fight at that moment. He was offered, no, actually he wanted money. He didn't even offer it. We just said we missed weight, can't make the weight. And they took the money. I mean, what can I say? You take the money, then you gotta shut the up. Don't take the money if you're gonna use that as an excuse, go on ESPN and start saying, you know, he was overweight, he didn't do it, things right. Like, That's some weird.
In a quiet moment, Rolly Romero simply dropped a hint at the prospect of Ryan Garcia facing Devin Haney in the future. Without going too deep or creating much of a buzz over it, the mention was quite enough to raise the eyebrows of the fans. It indicated that even Romero believes Garcia's journey goes on beyond the two fighters colliding, hopefully for another super fight, though just a light quip, it was another source of intrigue surrounding Garcia's next, leaving followers to speculate just how soon that fight might materialize.
You guys are fighting anyways. We already know what it is. You guys are gonna fight no matter what anyway. That has nothing to do with me.
I mean, it just.
Right, you could get your ass beat by me, get flatlined, whatever, or whatever, take a knee like you're used to, and then go fight Devin, beat the out of him, bro, and do a boxing world a favor.
In another enlightening moment, Rolly Romero confessed that there is something deeper between him and Ryan Garcia beyond their previous old sparring session. Though he did not elaborate or reveal precisely what it was, his remarks suggested personal conflicts or unresolved issues that have been simmering for years. Romero's cryptic confession added another level of intrigue and drama to their feud, with fans left to speculate what precisely transpired between the two behind the scenes, and whether those repressed feelings will boil over when they finally face each other in the ring.
I don't think I'm familiar with him because of the sparring. I think there's other reasons why I'm familiar with him.
What is that?
I don't think we should be talking about that.
No? What happened?
I just don't think we should be talking about that.
Yeah? Okay. Little personal stuff?
Yeah.
In spite of the constant back and forth, Rolly Romero remained true to himself by complimenting Ryan Garcia on his work ethic, giving credit to the effort and discipline Garcia has exerted in training. Romero didn't, however, hesitate to mention his own dedication to the sport as well, pointing out that he's been working just as hard. Romero acknowledged that in order for this battle to become a spectacle, he requires Garcia to be in his prime. He intimated that this battle is going to be gigantic. With both men at their best, it's guaranteed to provide fireworks.
Do you think there's a chance he's overlooking you going into this fight?
No, he's working his ass off.
Wait,
wait, let me say it like this.
I told him on that tweet.
I want him to be working his ass off. I want him to be the best Ryan he can be because it'll just make the fight even 10 times bigger. And I'm gonna work my ass off, and we're gonna make him.
In speaking about the actual bout, Rolly Romero spoke briefly and matter-of-factly. He made it very clear that, in his opinion, boxing isn't about complicated game plans or plunging into technical analysis. It's about throwing punches and doing the job. Romero's no-muss, no-fuss persona demonstrated that he's all about action and not spending too much time thinking about the sport. He shunned the idea of fancy game plans or flash tactics, just relying on basics and his might and instincts to see him past Garcia.
Yeah, so.
To you then, Rolly, what are things that people should be bringing up or talking about it or thinking about when it comes to you versus Ryan in this fight and the tools that you have?
Yeah, I don't care about tools or any of that stuff. It's just boxing. Punch somebody in the face. That's all you need to do.
Rolly Romero went even further in detailing his thoughts by saying that when it comes to boxing, stupid people can still hurt you, whereas pure technicians can't usually. His statement, while breezy on the surface, contained an unmistakable subtext, suggesting that he considers himself physically superior to Ryan Garcia. Romero's statement was unequivocal. In a bout, unbridled force and ferocity can overcome technical proficiency. Implicitly, if not explicitly, he intimated that Garcia's speed and technical proficiency may prove insufficient to deal with the raw power he is going to bring into the ring.
There's a lot of fighters that are super smart and they don't do anything, and then there's fighters that are stupid and they just punch you in the face. So, whatever, it's just boxing. You never know what happens.
Rolly Romero didn't hesitate when it came to his forecast for the bout. Being straightforward and to the point, Romero firmly asserted that he sees Ryan Garcia getting flatlined on the canvas. He emphasized that in his opinion, the result isn't in question. Garcia is going to sleep. Romero's uncensored and brazen style of trash talk added even more fire to an already intense buildup, paving the way for a battle where both men firmly believe they possess the wherewithal to finish it brutally.
Ryan Garcia flatline on the canvas. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. There's nothing like extraordinary. No complete like. Oh, this is gonna happen in this round. Is this gonna like? Nah, just sleeping.
With all the exchange between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, fans and pundits alike have offered their predictions for the bout. The fight has heated up the boxing universe with intense debate, with everyone trying to figure out how the encounter will end. Some think that Garcia's technicality and speed will be what gets him to the top, whereas others believe that Romero's brute strength and unstoppable fury will prove to be too overwhelming. With both men this sure of themselves, it's more than obvious that this encounter is one of the most highly anticipated bouts in recent times. Robert Garcia, a well-known figure in the world of boxing, has put his weight behind Ryan Garcia in anticipation of the fight against Rolly Romero. Garcia, a trainer of many top-caliber fighters, is of the opinion that Ryan possesses the skill set required to emerge victorious. He cited Ryan's speed, technique, and work ethic as the critical elements that will make him win this fight. For Robert, no doubt, Garcia has the skills to counter Romero's power and win. His forecast is just one more indication of the intensifying pressure on both men.
Say Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero.
Can't wait for that one, bro. I love Ryan. He's great. He's good. But Rolly is also a good fucking showman. You know, he knows how to build up a fight too. So can't wait for that one.
Sergio Mora also had an opinion, forecasting a victory for Ryan Garcia in his fight against Rolly Romero. According to Mora, this bout offers the ideal chance for Garcia to clear up his image and continue to build a reputation as one of the sport's leading contenders. He pointed out that a one-sided win against Romero would not only demonstrate Garcia's talent, but also silence all the doubters who question his capability. For Mora, this bout is not just a victory, it's an opportunity for Garcia to make a statement in the world of boxing.
And Ryan Garcia is always exciting. You know, he's always going to be popular. All eyes on him. He's coming off a controversial fight with Haney, so he has a lot to prove and rectify with his not only his style but his image. You know, he has to come back and prove that he can do everything without the issues that he had, the PEDs thing, whether it was true or not.
And that's it for our in-depth look at the explosive bout between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. With so much riding on this one, this fight is guaranteed to be fireworks. Who do you think will be the winner? Garcia's technical prowess or Romero's brute force? Let us know your guess in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and press the bell icon so you never miss any of our newest boxing news. Until next time, stay tuned and keep your gloves up.